Hello, Chaz.
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing this evening, Elaine?
Hi, how are you?
I'm a songwriter. I used to do a little bit of that myself back in the day.
Oh, do you? Is John there too?
I'm
Or
still here. Yeah, I'm
oh,
listening. Chaz,
okay.
how
This
are
is
you?
Chaz. This is Chaz. Chaz, John.
John, it's a pleasure to meet you.
And you,
Buddy
sir.
Holly's
Where are
a good
you?
choice. He was one of my favorites too.
Thank you.
Yeah, there was we're heading. We're switching here. We're going into politics here. I wanted here. Let me grab my paper. There was I googled. You know how the all right. The gas prices are going up like crazy. So I googled Bush to blame for gas prices, and I got a whole bunch of oh yeah, all right. Bush blamed for high gas prices. Then I went ahead and googled Obama blamed for high gas prices, and it's like night and day. And Chaz, I would like to hear your little input as to why this issue is being ignored because gases keep going up, 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 and they're saying on the news that they're speculating that by 2012 we're going to be at like $5 a gallon.
Yeah, it was really a marvelous thing about the media. You know, they had to. Bush was an oil man. Cheney was an oil man. So they were just making money for their buddies, and gas prices going up to approaching $4 a gallon was all pay off their buddies and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went into the Bush says, well, I'll take care of that. We'll just allow more offshore drilling. And all of a sudden, the prices dropped back to buck 70 a gallon. It was real easy. Once he opened up the drilling to be done off the coast, all of a sudden the gas prices fell like a rock. Now we're pretty much back into the same thing. Gas prices are going up. They're blaming this, that, and the other thing, but everything but Obama. The president is being blamed at all for this, and he's actually, if you really think about it, because of the Gulf spill there, one well out of how many thousands has a spill in over the course of how many years, and he just basically shuts off all drilling and exploration, and just doesn't seem to be able to grasp why the oil prices are going up. Hello, could we go ahead and say if we would have been doing this back when Bush first took office, if he would have pushed for that then, we'd
Mm-hmm.
already be getting oil off of the east coast of the Atlantic and other places. And once we take out the bigger need of the imported oil from some places like Saudi Arabia and stuff like that, the prices have to fall because they blame demand, but we're not putting in any supply to it, and they can't figure out why the prices are going up. This is absolutely nonsense. This is what happens when government gets just way too involved in the business economy of the country. We would have been pumping oil offshore for years now if it weren't for these idiots in office that are so concerned about something that never happens.
Mm-hmm.
It's just ludicrous that we suffer, and it's the poor that suffer the most.
All right, so
Gas price.
the show is really getting ahead of me here. So I like for the folks. All right, for the next show, okay, the folks for now just Google Bush blamed for high gas prices, and then Google Obama blamed for gas prices. It's the same sentence. You're just switching the names, and then look at the difference of each post. And I would like to hear your input. And Chaz, do you have like an old quote regarding limited government? Like an old like
Oh,
from.
well, sure. I mean, Jefferson, probably the guy who's best best to say anything about the way the country ought to be run. He has hundreds of quotes on limited government and stuff like that, and how the government uh, should basically be nothing but a support for people, not its rulers. One of my favorites is our country is now so steadily on course to show by what road it will pass to destruction to it by consolidation of power first and then by construction to its necessary consequences. In other words, the more they consolidate and grab power, the worse off our country is becoming. And he was saying that back in the 1800s, and it's just becoming more and more so it seems like every few decades to go by.
John, are you there still?
Yes, I am.
How much is gas over there by you?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, go ahead.
I spent time in Europe, John. I know what a liter of gas looks like in Germany.
It's just gone up because of government levy and tax, and it's now about, and this is no joke, it's about $10 a gallon.
Whoa.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I told you, I was in California, back in November, paying something at the time in California around $3 a gallon, thinking, I cannot believe how cheap this is. But it is, honestly, and I know it's gone up for you, which is not good for you guys, and I'm not making fun of that. But for me, it's about $10 a gallon here. It was crazy.
Yeah, you pay for a liter of gas almost what we pay for like a gallon.
Absolutely
All right.
right. Yes.
The show is dwindling. And everybody go and check out John Dartnell, and then also Chaz at totherepublic.wordpress.com. That's where you'll find Chaz. He's there quite frequently in his blog because he's very interesting. So thank you for listening. Visit my blog at www.discussionexchange.com and tell me your thoughts. And I'll see you next month. And my favorite pizza place is Prima Pizza. Don't forget, call in, get your prize, get your gift. Prima Pizza. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'm Mark.
Listen up.